But they've been soaking for about half an hour. And we're going to add 1/8 cup of shortening. A half a cup of sugar. Put more than that in. So this is half a cup. Molasses, fancy molasses. And we're going to put that on the stove and get the milk scalding, and everything will melt together. Okay, so now we're just going to get the yeast ready and get it started to fruit. So I've put a teaspoon of sugar into this cup, and we're going to add half a cup of warm water. And then I have to weigh out 24 grams of yeast. There we go, 24 grams. And when that doubles up, we'll start adding the flour. And 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of cinnamon. And a little bit more. 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Teaspoon of ginger, crushed ginger, quarter teaspoon of allspice, and 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. So I'll put this in crushed already. 1, 2. We're going to grind our own. I'm going to grind our own. Smells delicious. Look at it inside. It's really cool nut. Well, look at the yeast. I think it doubled in size, don't you? So I'm gonna put a little bit of this mixture in with the yeast and just start mixing it a bit. I have to wait for this mixture, which is the molasses and the milk. So that's scalded a bit. Now I have to wait for this to cool before I can add it. So it will probably be about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go put it out in the snow. And get 1.5 salt. I'm just gonna mix all this together with a little whisk, a little whiskey. Okay, so we've just taken this out from the snowbank. It's cooled down nicely. So I'm gonna add it into the dough and the yeast. Putting some shortening in it so when we put the bread in it to rise, it doesn't stick. That's a big bowl. Yeah, this is my grandma's bread bowl. My mom used it, and I got it. So I think of my mom and my grandma every time I make bread. So we're adding a little bit more flour because it was a little bit wet, loose. So we want the dough to be pulled off the side, and that's not happening yet. And we want the dough to kind of rise onto the dough. So it's doing a little bit of that, but you got to stir in this flour and let it absorb the moisture and see what it's like. Raisins in it too, and the raisins are moist, so it's going to add some more moisture to it. Wow. So I'm just checking to see the dough. It's still a little bit sticky, so I'm going to put just a bit more flour in. Probably all that extra molasses I put in. Add the raisins. I'm going to make sure there's enough flour on the bottom so it slides. Kind of like pizza dough. Okay, so we're going to get the raisins. I already drained them. I'm going to put on. Have to be even. Right, Terry? Very good, huh? The rest. Just put the rest in. That's a lot of raisins. A lot of raisins. A lot of grape raisins. Julie never liked raisin bread until she had this bread. Right?
It's true. I only picked out the raisins.
I know.
I can't resist it.
To make some. Tell me what you think. How you did. In the comments, what would you add? What would you take out? I like it this way. You can do it any way you want. Less raisins, more raisins. And then we're going to fold that. put it in the pan, and we're gonna let it rise. And then we're gonna fold it over again. And then we're gonna put them in the pans and then let them rise and bake them. Here's Grandma's pan. And I greased it with some shortening. Grease wise. Clean plastic wrap on it. Seal it up. Just gonna let it double in size. What do we have here? Greased pans for raisin bread. I'm gonna get it out. Look at this. Double batch.
Oh my god.
Double batch. Or my grandma would call it plum loaf. Beauty.
Of raisins.
Yeah. Go rub that. Put it back in the oven. Proofing.
Right.
That's 2 sets of buns. Now, let's split this up into a couple loaves. I've got 4 loaf pans. for the bread. Now we're gonna let them rise. And we're gonna cover them with plastic food, right? Ooh, look at that. Can we peek? Oh yeah.
It's like they're being born.
How big they got, eh?
Yeah, beautiful.
Hey, look at this one. Maybe there's an agate in there.
Maybe.
What piece do you want?
Not an end, middle bit.
Some butter. Right to the edge, Grandma. Right to the edge. It's for you.
That is so good.
Better toast it.
Cheers. Mmm.